I'm Jeremiah McKinnon, and this is NEC News Today. Here now are the top cannabis news stories from around New England for January 13th, 2023. Roughly a year and a half after adult-use cannabis was legalized in Connecticut, dispensaries are now open across the state, selling cannabis to adults 21 years and older. On January 10th, Connecticut became the fifth New England state to launch adult-use cannabis sales. 7 dispensaries opened their doors across the state, with customers lined up and eager to make history. According to reporting from Hartford Courant, a spokesperson for the State Department of Consumer Protection said that the 7 licensed dispensaries sold a total of $250,000 on the first day of adult-use cannabis sales. Sales of recreational cannabis are currently limited to 1/4 ounce of flower or its equivalent per transaction. Officials will announce when purchase limits are no longer necessary. Congratulations to Connecticut. Maine's adult-use cannabis industry may be new, but it's growing fast according to new figures released by the state's Office of Cannabis Policy. Recreational sales of marijuana started in Maine in October of 2020. Data from 2022 shows that recreational cannabis dispensaries sold roughly $158 million of product to customers. This is a 92% increase compared to 2021. In the past 6 months, Maine Public reports that the number of dispensaries has increased by 20%, making access to cannabis products easier for customers. There's an upcoming event in Manchester, New Hampshire, hosted by the New Hampshire Cannabis Association on January 23rd. The New Hampshire Cannabis Association is throwing an event on January 23rd for individuals to unveil a new bill that wants to legalize cannabis for adults in the Granite State. The bill will be sponsored by New Hampshire's House Republican leader, Jason Osborne, and House Democratic leader, Matt Wilhelm. The event is at Murphy's Tap Room, 494 Elm Street in Manchester, New Hampshire. Attendees will have a chance to network with supporters and enjoy finger foods provided courtesy of the New Hampshire Cannabis Association and Americans for Prosperity, New Hampshire. This episode of NEC News Today is brought to you by CBD Please, the first CBD store east of the Mississippi, and your local resource for reasonably priced, lab-tested cannabis extracts. CBD Please was founded in 2014 by Bill Downing, who's been a leader in Massachusetts cannabis law reform since 1990. CBD Please offers everything from premium quality organic hemp buds to extracts, tinctures, and many other cannabinoids. Visit cbdplease.com for more information. Officials from cannabis e-commerce marketplace and home delivery platform Lantern have announced that the company will wind down operations at the end of January 2023. Lantern first started in 2020 as a medical marijuana platform that connected patients with dispensaries that offer home delivery, later expanding to serve the adult use industry. Despite the popularity of their service in the Boston area, the company faced challenges expanding into other state cannabis markets. Lantern was a spin-off of the alcohol delivery platform Drizzly, which was purchased by Uber in 2021. Outside of New England, Lantern will also be shutting down their Colorado and Michigan operations. A traveler at Boston Logan International Airport ended up getting extra attention after TSA officers found a unique item that apparently contained cannabis. A spokesman for TSA New England published a tweet highlighting that a unique item was discovered in Boston. The tweet says that a 53-year-old traveler was stopped during the security screening after TSA officers felt that something was off about his candle. Massachusetts State Police responded to the scene and determined that the item contained marijuana. It's not immediately clear if the item was a cannabis edible or concentrate, but it's fair to say that the TSA kept the item and the passenger went on his way. According to the TSA website, their officers do not search for marijuana or other illegal drugs, but do alert authorities when suspicious or illegal items are found. The traveler indicated that the item was a gift from a co-worker in a Secret Santa arrangement. A coalition of physicians in Vermont are pushing back on a recent recommendation sent to the legislature from the Vermont Cannabis Control Board to lift the THC caps on cannabis concentrates. The coalition says that they were successful in convincing legislators to keep the caps during the last legislative session. They believe that the 60% THC potency cap on cannabis concentrates is playing an important role in protecting public health. Vermont started recreational cannabis sales on October 1st, 2022, and the physicians are calling it too premature to reopen this debate at this time. Rather than cap concentrates based on THC levels, regulators think that creating public awareness campaigns could better help consumers understand high-dose products. Last but not least this week, Massachusetts officials have named 5 individuals to serve on a newly created Cannabis Social Equity Advisory Board. Keisha Bryce, Chris Fevry, Mika Brown, Aaron Goins, and Phil Smith will consult with the Executive Office of Housing and Economic Development with regard to a newly created Cannabis Social Equity Trust Fund. Bryce is a former vice president of compliance at national cannabis company Curaleaf. Fevry and Smith both operate cannabis businesses in Massachusetts, while Goins is president of the Massachusetts Cannabis Association for Delivery. Brown previously worked at Pure Oasis in Boston as a general manager and has experience in the cannabis banking sector. The Social Equity Fund is designed to provide grants and loans to certified economic priority applicants and social equity program participants who need startup capital to start their cannabis businesses. For the absolute latest New England Cannabis News, head on over to necnewstoday.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video. Subscribe to NEC News Today for more great content, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode of the show. For New England Cannabis News Today, this is Jeremiah McKinnon, reminding you to always use cannabis responsibly and to enjoy your cannabis-filled adventures throughout New England.